The one with no shoes on will give us a countdown.
In 3, 2, 1.
It's been 10 days, Brandon. I think you've probably learned enough about me so far that I could do another 10 days of this because I love this stuff. Do you think you could go another day or two?
Honestly, yeah. I loved what we learned. Every bit of information that's been given to us by every professional that we've met is worth a lot. And I can definitely go through a few more days of this.
So you're not ready to see it end, huh?
No.
Did the Radio Talent Institute reinforce what you were thinking about radio and what you want to do, or did it open your eyes to other opportunities in the business?
It definitely made me feel more confident about the career paths that I want to take in radio, because beforehand I was very pessimistic about reaching the goals that I have kind of ultimately set for myself. But with that kind of beautifully overwhelming sense of you can do what you want as long as you work, learn, and believe you can do it, I'm 1,000 times more positive in doing whatever I want.
What are some of those goals? What are you thinking of when you say that?
It's definitely on air is where I want to start out, and probably on air and working with promotions or music or production as most people would do nowadays. And I want to go up into probably operations management and probably branch out from there other interests that I have regarding maybe either music or film, and just kind of do whatever I want kind of thing.
What were the one or two favorite things about the Radio Talent Institute for you?
I loved, one or two things would be, I loved the optimism, and just that there's really no strong sense of or any presence of you can't do these things or you can't do those things. It was much more of, if you want to do this, make sure you do this kind of thing. Loved that they taught us how to lay plans out, to write out our goals, to prepare ourselves to be willing to sell ourselves personality-wise, our energy, our desire to learn, our just kind of go out there and do it. And I just loved that we got to do a little bit of traveling. Last week we went down to Charlotte, and we got to meet Doug Rice and Kevin Bernhardt. We got to go meet Mr. Langton over at the Bank of America Stadium. So just the hands-on experience, I guess, is what I'm trying to get at.
Mm-hmm. Any other people stand out in your mind that you really were impressed with what they said or what they taught you?
I think since the first day of Kellar, I was really looking forward to Friday, since we were beginning to talk to Mr. Reynolds. I had gotten to meet him a little bit previously while I was at WNKS in Charlotte, and I loved that he said that he was willing to set aside a little bit of time for me if I want to go over my ear checks with him, or ask him about intern development and possible employment down there with Beasley. And it's just he's for someone that you would probably assume is very business oriented, very serious, maybe even very I have no time for anything else. He was incredibly open-minded, incredibly inviting, despite all the work that he does have to focus on.
It's nice to see that, isn't it?
Yeah.
If do you think this experience will help you get your first full-time job in the business and contribute to get your career started?
I really do. I like I said before, I'm so much more optimistic about starting, because I think a lot of us came in and we're like, oh my God, am I gonna get a start? Am I gonna get a good start? Am I gonna meet the right person who in the long run is going to help me go that extra mile? And getting to meet everyone that I did, and I've talking to them outside of the sessions and before the sessions, and I really think that I have a much better chance. I really believe that I can just go out there and do it, that I'll get a job pretty easily.
Would you recommend the Radio Talent Institute to other students? And if yes, what would you say to them?
Oh yeah, I would definitely tell them that if you for some reason are questioning yourself, if you are for some reason questioning your abilities or your future, the Kellar Institute will definitely reinforce the belief that you have in yourself. It will even give you belief in yourself that you didn't have before, and it will open up so many different connections and pathways that you probably never even thought of before, and it'll make you feel so much better about wanting to pursue a broadcasting career that you wouldn't even believe it.
And any final comments you'd like to add to any of this about anything?
Just after going through it, I was thinking, I was just kind of feeling this as soon as you started making your final comments in the sessions. I'm really just ready to go out there and kind of take on the world. It's really how I feel right now. I'm ready to go out there and get it done. Just get going.
Good, because you can. Okay, that's it.
All right.